Welcome everyone to another morning meditation. As always, I'm going to speak you through meditation. Just listen to what I'm saying. If your mind wanders, that's totally fine. Part of the process of meditating is witnessing your mind wandering and bringing your awareness back to the process. I'm going to speak through meditation, and then I'm going to open myself up to see what wants to come through, whether it's a healing frequency, whether there's some words that come with that. I never know. So we'll see. We'll discover it together. So if you're comfortable doing so, close your eyes and just take a couple of leveling breaths. Maybe take the deepest breath you've taken yet today. Feeling your rib cage gently expand and contract as you breathe in and out. As you take these couple of intentional deep breaths. And as you allow your breath to go back to its natural rhythm, just become aware of the weight of the body. And become aware of perhaps any areas of tension. And as you notice any areas, just breathe into them, inviting them to soften and relax. Now I just want you to imagine there's a light coming on above your head, just allowing that light to come in to the mind, to all corners of the mind, and to the cells and the spaces between the cells in your brain. And into the thoughts and the spaces between the thoughts, as we start the practice of witnessing what's occurring in our mind. And as we witness what's occurring, as we watch our thoughts, we realize we're not our thoughts. This other aspect of ourselves can come online, can witness. And when you're in the place of witness, you can choose whether you react to your thoughts, whether you become your thoughts, whether an urgent thought in turn makes you feel urgent, or you can just acknowledge, wow, that thought's pretty urgent. Wow, I'm thinking about this again. So we tend to have the habitual thoughts that run through our minds, and we think we are our thoughts because they can come with such emotion, such impetus. They may come with worry, they may come with anxiety. Once we realize that these thoughts are just being generated by our habitual way of seeing things, we can witness them and choose the ones that need our attention. If there is action that needs to be taken, we can take it. But we come into this place of witness, we create a little bit of space between ourselves and the urgency that thoughts might present themselves with. We develop and cultivate this stillness within, creating a buffer between thought and response, thought and reaction, giving ourselves pause. And by creating this space in a morning practice, we develop the capacity to have that space when we need it most during the day, when things occur. And we've intentionally set this degree of spaciousness in our mind in our morning practice. It helps us to have that momentary buffer when we need it most. So with this in mind, let's take that light that's coming in through the crown of the head. We've taken it into our thoughts, we've invited the witness to come on board. And let's take that witness energy around the body as we take this light down the back of the neck. Perhaps if you're in a seated position, leveling your hips and then leveling your shoulders above your hips. Tucking the chin, making a micro extension in the neck. Allowing a bit of that stretch to feel welcome as the light travels down the back of the neck, across the shoulders, down the arms into the hands. Feeling the weight of the hands, feeling the weight of the arms gently stretching across the back, the top of the back and the shoulders. Feeling that relaxation sensation spreading across the top of the back and spreading down to the middle of the back. Easing and releasing the vertebra as it travels all the way down the spine into the lower back. And while this relaxation is spreading across your back, take your awareness to your chest as you breathe in. Imagine that you're breathing in cool mountain air into the lungs, and allowing that cool mountain air to bring with it vibrancy, a sense of aliveness on the in-breath, and allowing that aliveness then to pass from the lungs to the heart, and then allow the heart just to pump that aliveness throughout the body, to all the corners of the body, to all the organs, all the functions in the body, the muscles, the sinews, fascia, into the joints, and into the bone and the very marrow of the bone. Just taking this light, this vibrancy deep into our system, inviting that rejuvenation as that light travels all the way down through the torso, through the center of the body. Imagine a column of light in the center of the spine as this light travels, rather like water in a hose pipe, traveling all the way down through the center of the spine, down into the hips, the thighs, the knees, the ankles, soles of the feet, and then traveling from the soles of the feet all the way down to the center of the earth. So you're really connecting in with the earth energy at this time. Breathing that light in. On the in-breath, the light travels through the body, and on the out-breath, the light travels down to the center of the earth. And as you bring your awareness to the earth energy, just feel your body being supported by gravity, held by the earth energy. Our body is the part of us that is made of the earth. We eat food from the earth. We breathe the air here on the earth plane, allowing the physical body to feel supported by the earth, while at the same time bringing that light energy into the spirit and offering some of that light energy back to the earth in gratitude for her support. With the alchemy between the earth and the light. You may feel this as the juxtaposition of the stability of the body, along with a light floating sensation within the body. A sense of spaciousness within the body. You can take this spaciousness, this light, 3 feet out around you into your auric field, and inviting the light as it moves through your system just to clear and release anything that's ready to go, anything that's no longer serving, any old patterns, any old thoughts, any old connections that are no longer necessary. And as you feel the light moving through you, just center into the stillness that it brings. Feeling the reassurance of the stillness, the stability and safety that comes with the stillness. Just settling into this stillness. I'm going to open up to see what would like to come through. I'll go quiet for a moment, but I'm still here with you as you rest into and enjoy this stillness. I'll go quiet for a moment and then you'll hear my voice again. Let me take a moment as we feel the energy of Christ consciousness coming in. This is the energy that sits behind everything, connects everything and everyone, sits outside of the concepts of religion. Golden Christ light of awakening brings with it a refined healing frequency. We have the mothers that bring in the divine feminine principle, and this Christed energy that brings in the divine masculine. And we're all invited to balance the divine masculine and divine feminine within each and every one of us. Inviting you to receive this healing frequency, this Christ consciousness which is returning to the planet at the moment, whereby lots of people are connecting into this energy, this frequency, this kindness. Waking up to the Christed aspects within all of us, represented by the light that we all have. This is one way of explaining that light, one way of conceptualizing it, one way to language this aspect of source or great wisdom or great mystery or the originator, the origin point that we all represent. We're all part source, we're all part of the original creator. We all harbour a spark of the creator within us. And this is just a way of explaining that and speaking to it. There are many different ways of conceptualizing. This is just one of the ways. We are all brothers and sisters in light, in this reality, in this dimension, in other dimensions, in other points of time, space, in the universe. We're all part of one creation. As we level into experiencing the divine masculine principle, the kindness of a loving father, the stability and support and protection of that loving father, we can open ourselves up if we choose to receive this healing energy that's being offered. Enjoying the stillness that this brings. Sense of stability and safety that it brings. This divine masculine energy that offers the message, I am your father and I love and support you. Allowing this healing energy just to go wherever it needs to be, wherever the body needs it. Perhaps you have an area of tension, or perhaps you have an area in your life where you would love some healing, an area of your life that needs some light, some kindness, some resolution. Taking this invitation to receive this light, taking it wherever it's needed. Perhaps you know someone who needs some healing, and by simply bringing them to mind, this healing energy can be shared with them through this channel of healing energy that's been opened. Bring to mind a loved one, bring to mind someone who may be suffering, and even bring to mind people you may find difficult, because people often act their pain out. The more difficult someone is, invariably, the more they're suffering on a deep level. So perhaps we can just step to one side for a moment from perhaps the difficulties we have with that individual. Just sending this light to them as an invitation for them to receive this light, this healing into the pain that they're suffering. Inviting this healing energy to wherever it's needed on the planet at the moment. Calling those who are in positions of power to listen to their hearts. Anyone who is ready to change direction, to embrace the light, giving them courage to do so. Sending this energy out to anyone who needs it in the midst of any darkness they may find themselves. Reminding them that the light is always there. Doesn't have any ego need to present itself, but just a gentle reminder that we can choose the thoughts that bring us light. We can choose the actions that are kind, the words that are supportive. We can use this healing frequency to activate our hearts, our compassion. And when we act from a place of compassion, we raise our own frequency, bring ourselves into present time with our own integrity, and we invite others to do so by modeling that. The best way to share this love, this kindness, is to be the love and the kindness in any situation that we find ourselves in. Doesn't mean that we are allowing ourselves to be domineered or walked over by others, but in fact, the strength of the heart can be our strongest ally and can change everything. And as we connect in with our heart energy and invite all the words that we speak to be imbued with our heart frequency, you can notice how things change. Notice how we bring heart resonance to those around us also. And just resting for a couple of beats in this heart opening, heart connection. Setting the intention that we're going to take this heart energy into the rest of our day. And take it into our thoughts, our words, how we choose to respond to people and situations. Take it into any disagreements that we may have and speak from our heart. And as we do so, we're spreading this heart frequency out. Maybe placing your hand on your heart as we bring this meditation to a close slowly. So feeling that heart energy building. Feeling how leveling and restorative it is to connect into it. You can release your hand if you wish, or you can leave your hand there as we take the first of our deep breaths here. As we set the intention to come back into our body, to ground, to feel the ground beneath us, to feel the surface that we're resting on, to really bring ourselves back into present time as we take another deep breath in. Rotating the wrists, rotating the ankles, maybe rolling the shoulders as we take one more deep breath in. Bring ourselves back into present time, into this moment. As we slowly in our own time open our eyes, bringing with us this heart resonant energy, taking it with us into the rest of our day, taking it in with us into our interactions, just being curious how this heart resonant may impact our experience moving forwards. As always, if you've got any comments, leave them in the comment section below. And we're live every day this week, so we'll see you perhaps tomorrow. Also, you can rewatch this meditation anytime you like under the live tab on our YouTube channel, and there you'll find their resource of other meditations as well. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow.